Hi, it's Demi from Reading with Demi and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be doing a book tag or a book challenge, and it is called the Do I Have That Book Challenge. I believe it was created by Keeping Tabs here on YouTube, so I will link their channel down below. Thank you for creating this tag for me to have a go at. Now the rules are that you kind of time yourself as you're doing this challenge. I didn't do that, but I already know that I have lost to her because she took 8 minutes to find all these books and I probably took 20 and I don't have all of them. I am missing, I want to say I'm missing 2, but we'll go through the questions and we'll have a look at what I have found from my shelves. So there are 20 prompts and you have to basically find a book that matches each prompt. I will pop a list of all the prompts down below so that if you want to have a go as well you can, but let's get started. And I got off to a terrible start, so prompt number 1 is a book with deckled edges. I do not own a book with deckled edges. I don't like them, so I tend to stay away from them. So that one is a miss. Book number 2 is a book that has 3 or more people on the cover. I struggled for this one until I remembered Loath to Love You by Ali Hazelwood, which is a collection of 3 short stories by her. And as you can see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this kind of fake sticker, 8 people on the cover, so I think this counts. Prompt number 3 is, do you own a book that is based off of another fictional story? This one was a really quick one for me to find, and I picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas, which is based off of Beauty and the Beast and Tamlin. I don't actually know what Tamlin is, but I know it's based off of Tamlin. But yeah, so that one was a really quick one. Question number 4 is, do you have a book with a 10-letter title? I have found The Mistake by L. Kennedy, yes. Was getting my sports romance authors mixed up there for a second. I'm not counting the space, so the is 3, mistake 7, 10. Number 5 is, do you have a book where the title starts and ends with the same letter? And it was a perfect excuse for me to bring Zodiac Academy into this video with Shadow Princess. So it starts with the S and ends with the S. I don't count Zodiac Academy as the title, as the series title. I'm taking this one. Any excuse to get a Zodiac Academy book into my videos. Number 6 is, do you own a Mass Market Paperback? And for this I have chosen Dead Until Dark by Charlene Harris, which is the Sookie Stackhouse series. I assume Mass Market Paperback is the size of the book. If we compare it to this one, it's smaller, and I think this is Mass Market Paperback size, so I chose this one. Number 7 is, do you have a book that is written under a pen name? Now I almost went to the wrong name for this author, but I have chosen The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, whose real name I believe, I do know it. So Olivia Blake is a pen name and her real name is Alexine Farrell Falmouth, I believe. And I do own a book that is written by her under that name as well, My Mechanical Romance, and that is the book I almost picked up until I remembered that actually Olivia Blake is the pen name. Prompt number 8 is, do you own a book with a character's name in the title? I have picked up Carrie Soto Is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Carrie Soto is the main character in this book. She is a famous has-been tennis player who's trying to come back. Can you tell I've not read it yet? I got this for my 29th birthday and I've passed my 30th now. I'll get to it one day. Question number 9 is, do you own a book with 2 maps in it? Now thankfully I am filming this on the day that I received Iron Flame in the post by Rebecca Yaros, and I opened it up because you always open up a brand new book to see what it is, and noticed that that had multiple maps in it, so I was like, well, I'm sure Fourth Wing must also have 2 maps in it. So if we have a look, the end pages are actually a map, and if you say, oh, the end pages don't count, well, there's a map here. I'm going to assume it's the school, the college, whatever, and then there's another map, so technically it's got 3 maps. I think it might have more. No, it has 3 maps. which is 2. Next prompt is, do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Now I could go back to Charlene Harris and the Sookie Stackhouse novels, but I'm trying, emphasis on try, I have failed a little bit, but I'm trying not to repeat series. So I have picked up Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I've not read it, I've not watched the TV show, but I know there's a TV show based off of this book. Number 11 is, do you have a book that is written by someone who is originally famous for something else? Now I was kicking myself because I recently unhauled my copy of The Satsuma Complex by Bob Mortimer, who originally was a comedian, but then I remembered I own The Strain, which is by Guillermo del Toro and Chuck Hogan, and Guillermo del Toro is a famous movie director. He's done lots of movies, so there we go. Question number 12 is, do you own a book with a clock on the cover? Now I didn't think I did, but it turns out I do, and I have Hooked by Emily McIntyre, which is a dark romance Peter Pan, I believe, retelling. Again, I've not read it. I will. Question number 13, unlucky 13 for me, is do you own a poetry book? And I do not. I have never been able to really get into poetry, so it's not something I own. But moving on, 14. 14 is, do you own a book that has an award stamp on it? I might be stretching the rules a little bit, but I own the life-changing Magic of Tidying by Marie Kondo, and it has this little fake sticker on here that says, the Japanese sensation, 3 million copies sold. It's not technically an award, but I think selling 3 million copies is a pretty big deal, so I'm going to count that. Question number 15 is, do you own a book written by an author with the same initials as you? I do not. I have looked all over my bookshelves and on my spreadsheet for an author whose initials are DM, and I do not own one. So if you could recommend me some authors whose initials are DM, that would be really grateful, because I'm sure that prompt is going to appear somewhere else in the future. Question number 16 is, do you own a book of short stories? And for this I have picked up Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I could have used this one for Famous for Something Else because he's the director of Fight Club. Anyway, this is a book of short horror stories. Again, I've not read it, but I have been told it's quite dark, which is exciting because I quite like dark stuff. Prompt number 17. Now this one probably took half the time that I took overall trying to find a book that fit it, and it is, do you own a book that has between 500 and 510 pages? I thought this would be easy. I was wrong. But I did eventually manage to find Cruel Illusions by Maggie Fuston, which the actual book, like the story, is 500 pages, and then there are a few pages of acknowledgements, and it ends on, ooh, I don't know if you can read that, 503. But oh my god, it took me so long to find a book that had between 500 and 510 pages. Prompt number 18 is, do you own a book that has been turned into a film? This one was thankfully a lot easier than the one before, and I have picked up The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I know a lot of people didn't love the film. I love the film. I love the book. This story holds a special place in my heart. I don't know why, but I love it. I love everything about it. Prompt number 19 is, do you own a graphic novel? And for this I have picked up Lore Olympus Volume 1 by Rachel Smythe. Again, I've not read it, but it's definitely a graphic novel. And prompt number 20 is, do you own a book that is written by 2 or more authors? Now I scoured my shelves to try and find a book written by a different pair of authors, but I came up blank, and so because it's me, Zodiac Academy The Awakening by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti, and I think it is very me to end this book tag on a Zodiac Academy book. So that is all 20 prompts. I managed to find 17 of them, and I didn't time it, but it definitely took me at least 20 minutes because the damn 500 to 510 pages probably took me 10 minutes all by itself. It's really hard. trying to judge a book by its size, I wasn't getting it right. I was either like 50 pages over or 50 pages under. So I guess I was close, but close isn't good enough. So I guess we will move on to who I challenge. Now I could list people's names, but honestly, I challenge anyone that wants to do it. If you do decide to do it, drop me a comment, let me know that you've done it, tag me in your video. I would love to see how you guys do. I am sure you will do better than I did. So thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I'm going to try and aim for 200 subscribers by the end of the year. So I've got just under a couple months to go and just under 50 subscribers until I get there, which would be amazing. Let me know in the comments if you plan on doing this challenge, or if you've done this challenge, let me know, or you know, if you want to just comment to say you've been here. Let's do, is a book emoji too boring for this? No, let's do a book emoji, your choice of book emojis. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.